friends, welcome to KK Java tutorial. In this video tutorial, we'll talk about mv command in Linux. Mv command in Linux basically we uses for two purposes. First, when you want to rename any file or directory, then we can use mv command. And in another case, when you want to move any directory or file from one location to another location in the file system, then also we can use mv command. So here I'm going to open the terminal by pressing Ctrl Alt T, and let me create some directory as well as file on my desktop so that I can make this demo. Yeah, so guys, first of all, here let's try to understand the mv command format. So mv command basically that is start with mv, and then here you can have some option. Yeah, and then after we have a source can be any directory or any file, and then you have a destination can be any basically or directory name, or you can specify any relative or absolute path as well. Yeah, or you can say if you are renaming a file or directory, then you can give the new name of your file or directory. Yeah, so here first of all I'm going to create one file on my desktop. Here I'm going to use touch command for this to create a file. Touch, let's say text.txt, and I'm pressing enter, right? So sorry guys, I have created a file in my home directory, so I would like to move on the desktop, so I moved to the desktop, and here I'm going to create a file as well as a directory to make this demo. So I will use touch command again, and just you can see created test.txt. Let's say I would like to rename this file, then we can use mv, and we can give the file name, original file name, that's test.txt, and then after you can give the new name of this file, that is test new.txt, right? And if I press enter, then here you can see file name has been renamed. Now let me create one directory on the desktop itself. So I would write mkdir, and directory name I'm going to give d1, and if I press enter, then here you can see directory has been created. Now let's say how we can rename this directory. So again we can use mv, then current directory name, that is d1, and new directory name I would like to give the d2. If I press enter, then here you can see directory name has been changed, right? Now let's say I have one file is called new.txt, test new.txt, and I would like to rename it. And when I run mv command, then what happens behind the scene, how basically internally mv commands works, that information I want. So for that you can specify the flag as -v. V stands for verbose, so this will give you the extended information. Let's see how it works. So I will write mv -v, and my file name is test new, and new file name I would like to give the test.txt. And if I press enter, then here you can see saying that rename this file into this file, right? So if you want the basically extended information, then you can specify this flag -v. Yeah, I hope you understood. Now let's move ahead. Now I have basically one file and one directory, right? Now let me create one more directory. I will use mkdir, and I will create a directory is called d1, right? So I have two directory. First of all, directory d1 doesn't have any content, and directory d2 doesn't have any content. Now inside the directory d1 I would like to create one file, right? So I will use nano command to create a file, nano, and inside the directory d1 I would like to create one file. So I write d1 / and file name I would like to give let's say test1 .txt, right? And put some content inside this file. I'll say hello, that's it. This content I would like to put. I will press Ctrl O, then I'm pressing enter, and then Ctrl X to come out from the nano terminal, right? You can see the content of this test.txt, which is inside the d1 command. So we can use cat, and let's see content of this file. This is content is showing as hello, what we have written, right? Similarly, I would write, I will create one more file. I would say nano, and inside the D2 directory, I would like to create a file is called test2.txt, right? And here I'm going to write world, WRLD, yeah, and I'm pressing Ctrl O to write content into the file and pressing enter and Ctrl X to come out from the name. And again we can see the content of this guy, right? Whatever content we have written, usually we can see using cat command. So I'm writing cat and this file location. So here you can see world we have written. Now, so let me clear this terminal, and now I would like to move, right, file basically test1, which is inside the D1 directory, to D2. So here I am going to write mv command again, and I will write d1 slash test1, and I would like to move this file, right, into D2 directory. So I will write D2 and pressing enter, right? So here you can see if you go inside the D1 directory, nothing content is there. This is completely moved. There was only one file that has been moved into D2, and you'll see content over here, right? So test1 has moved into this directory. Now let's say I create one more file using nano command, right, inside the D1, and I'm giving the file name as test1.txt, right, and I will write hi, that's that string I would like to write into this nano file. I will press Ctrl O, then enter, then Ctrl X, right? Now this file, let's say I would like to move test1.txt, which is inside the D1 directory. I would like to move into D2 directory, and D2 directory is having already this file test1.txt. Then I'm going to write mv, and then here I'm going to write a flag is called -i. I means interactive mode, right? So let's see how it works. Now I'm going to write d1 slash test1.txt. I'm going to write that directory name is called d2. If I press enter, then here you can see this prompt with some message, override d2 slash test1.txt, means it is telling me you are trying to move test1.txt from D1 directory to D2 directory, but D2 directory is already having this file. Would you like to override? So either you can type N or Y. If you are okay with overriding, then you can type Y and press enter. If you don't want to override, then type N and press enter. So, but if you do not specify this -i flag, then basically this overriding will happen, and that will not show you any message as well, right? So make sure that then you are using mv command, and if you are moving files or directory from one place to another place, yeah. And now some of the use case I'm going to tell you over here. Now let's see, I would like to move this directory D2 into D1. Okay, then how we can do? It's very simple. You have to write mv, as this directory, these directories are already available at desktop, and we are on the desktop, right? So just you have to give the mv, and then I will write D2. This is my source directory, and I would like to move D2 into D1 directory, which is at desktop itself. If I press enter, then entire directory is going to D2 directory is going to move into D1. So you cannot see now D1 directory, right? That already has been moved into D1. You can signify, you can check this by ls command. Ls, you can say D1, then if you press enter, then you can say D2 command is inside D1. Yeah. Now let's say I would like to move this D1 command into somewhere else, right? Somewhere else in my home directory, within the home directory, in some other directory. So here I'm going to write mv, and then I will write my directory name, which is at desktop, that is D1, and that I would like to move into like home, let's say, then KK Java tutorials, then documents, directory, right, and pressing enter, right? So that must have been moved into the documents. So here you can see D1 directory is not available on desktop. If I go to my home directory, inside that home directory we have a documents, and inside documents D1 has been moved. Right? So guys, so now I hope you understood how we can move basically uh, one complete directory from one location to another location as well. Now here again I'm going to create two directory, basically mkdir. I'm going to create d1 and d2 directory at desktop. So these two directory has been created. Yeah, let's say I am going to put d2, this file test.txt inside the d2, right? So if you browse, then there is one file. Now let's say I'm going to do kind of move operation, right? So mb, I'm going to write mb, and I'm writing, let's say d2, I would like to move into basically d1 directory. So I will write d1. If I press enter, then complete d1 directory is going to move inside the d1 directory. But let's say if you are doing some kind of operation like I'm doing d3, right? So what doing by this command? So I'm writing mb and I'm writing d2, and d2 directory I would like to move inside the d3, but d3 directory is not existing at all, right? In that case, what happen if destination directory does not exist, then your current directory is going to just rename. I hope you understood, guys. So if I write mb and I'm writing source directory as d2, and destination directory if I'm writing d1, that's fine because d1 is already existing. In that case, entire d2 directory is going to move inside the d1. If destination directory doesn't exist, then your source directory itself going to rename. If I press enter, then you'll see d2 becomes d3. So here you can see d2 became d3, right? So these things you have to always keep in mind when you are renaming. So that's all I wanted to show in this video tutorial, guys. Big thank you for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.